2.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And getting ready to fight here, Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine. Enzo, the big man.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here. I feel so lucky to be sacked.
We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. And he misses with that straight left. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They both want a knockout, you can tell. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Can't score with that jab. That jab misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Catch and shoot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. He is down big time on the scores. On to the second round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye. They're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Good counter punching. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Well done with that counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. They've got the momentum. The bell rings and we start the third. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Macaronelli got caught. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
It's all offense all the time. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Beautiful counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Back at it in round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see more jabs. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Misses with the straight left. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The perfect counter lands. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. That jab misses. Can't score with that hook again. And he scores with the counter. There's a counter shot. Macaronelli. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. Here we go in round 5. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Have to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both men step back for just a moment. We'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Just misses that uppercut. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Pretty dominant. Here we go in the 6th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket them.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
The bell, sometimes it could...
Here comes round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
How about that time counter shot? They are giving us a high-tempo show. They both want a highlight reel knockout. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Can't find a home with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
That was a tougher fight, and he's going to work. That's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath.
First minute, stick him on the end of that jump and just start gapping.
And we enter the 8th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Perfect counter shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
I guess showboating is part of their plan. They exchange punches. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. I'm not sure about the judges on this one. A split decision win.
It could have gone either way, and it's hard, you know, you're going to have people arguing. The fans, for one,